Coming around the... why did that happen that way? I don't know why that happened that way. But anyway, another Raphael quad doesn't pan out. And Sketch is in with a chance here. He's got absolutely nothing to work with right now. And Raphael's, well, not very early, but significantly early for this lower yellow. And it's going to bite him. Galaxy finishing the kill here. He needs to get to upper yellow right away, and he's not going to. So he's going to have to fight with green. If he can take these, nice rifle. If he can take these healths... He needs, yeah, he seems to understand. Oh, the Raphael rifle there. Pretty great shot around the corner. So now Raphael's going to be stacked back. Random meeting there. Somehow happens, but yeah, anyway. Health boost spawning. A big shotgun from Galaxy. Falls down over there. Raphael figures it out. Finishes him off with the rifle. He's going to get health here, but he's not going to have a stack to even take one rifle. So if Galaxy can hit the shot here with quad coming up decently soon within the next rotation... And there he does hit 2 rifles to finish the job. But here, he's at a distance. What the fuck? I love Galaxy. I love the 6 centimeter. Raphael smartly suicided to get ready for the quad. And now Galaxy has to win this fight. He's got machine gun that he's not using. That made no sense. And Raphael is going to have his pick of armor here. Well, Galaxy's going to stay down here. Raphael trying to move aggressively onto him. And I... don't really like that play, but Galaxy's not taking advantage of it. Galaxy needed to get to the other yellow while Raphael was down at lower yellow. But instead he's going to do a lot of damage with the machine gun. Unfortunately, 12 frags at 2 minutes, 21 seconds. He's running out of time to make something happen here. Oh, stream's lagging? It looks like it's not lagging. Actually, I don't think it's lagging. Why is the stream I haven't dropped any frames. I don't think the stream should be lagging. It might be Twitch. I don't know. Guys, tell me if anyone else is lagging, because it really shouldn't be. I'm not dropping any frames at any rate. Anyhow. Yeah, alright. 15. Galaxy not having the weapons. Maybe he can juke around here. Smart, yep. Wait, no, why is he going that way? I feel that... Oh, direct rocket. Yeah, I feel that he should have gone directly onto the quad there. I can sort of see why he didn't, but if he had a better feel on when it was going to spawn, he would have known that he had time to land on it and take the fight from quad. Nice rifle there. But yeah, at this point, the game is out of reach for Galaxy. Just a few things he needed to do different there, and he would have been right in this. I mean, he was in with a chance until... Now he's going to be done mentally. Let's go see how these other games turned out. Alright, Brecht is beating Fixer on Metal 3, which is actually kind of interesting to me. I thought that Fixer would do a bit better, but I guess Brecht's been training. FFA Tay is beating Zekron. That's another interesting result to me. And then Plata versus Starch. Ouch. I guess let's watch the conclusion of Metal 4. That was the closest of the games, I think. No, not really. Let's watch Brecht run Metal 3 for a bit. Well... Well, if all three of you are lagging, then maybe it's not your internet's fault. But again, I'm not dropping any frames, so I don't really think I can do anything. And unless Twitch has decided to just give me terrible... I mean, I could relaunch the stream and see if that helps. I'm not really an expert about any of this stuff, or even a non-expert. I'm like, I don't know this shit. So I don't know if it's like, if Twitch is giving me a bad route, bad something or other. It's better now? Okay, cool. I'll stop talking about it. Super. That's very good to hear. Just Twitch being shit for a moment there. Sorry, Twitch. Don't take my livelihood away. Anyway, yeah, Brecht looking very in control in this map. He's running around at the pace that Metal 3 demands, taking everything there is on the map. He looks ready for this next yellow, but unfortunately he doesn't have any weapons, so ready is perhaps an overstatement. getting it done with pistol. No, he doesn't have the exact time. He goes away and lets Fixer take it. So Brecht's timing not all the way there, but his weapon management more or less on point, getting him this pretty substantial victory.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
All right, Cots. Where is my sweatshirt? Might even be in the basement, to be honest. I could put on a different kind of... I didn't ask for help. I was just looking for... Well, okay, apparently I look like I need help. I just look lost and confused. Good game, Brecht. All right. These two clanmates. No, I don't think you're out. Alright, let's see. What has become of these next games? Or what will they be? We have... This is still... Let's tab out for a second here. And see in an event info. Next games, Redon versus Brecht. Not watching that. Lokio versus Tay. Galaxy versus Fixer. And Plata versus Z-Crone. Depending on the map, Tay might put up a fight against Lokio. I played Tay the other day, and I had a pretty easy time with him. Other than on NMP8, where I was just... I can't remember if I was drunk or just bad. But on the other maps, I had a pretty easy time. Forgive me if I'm remembering it wrong. Anyway, so Tay's obviously been getting better, but I do think Lokio will take that with relative ease. Definitely worth checking on. Galaxy versus Fixer, I think, should favor Galaxy pretty easily, unless he's having mental issues. And then Plata versus Z-Crone, I think, will be the most interesting game. Z-Crone probably more experienced, but Plata more active right now. So I'll be interested to see how that one goes out. So let's go to 3 and 4 alternately here. 3, 4, and 2. First, let's bring back the Sauer display. Oh boy, yeah, exactly. Alright, here's Lokio and Tay. And they're gonna play Corruption. That's awful. How did Tay let this happen? I gotta flee the scene, guys. This is gonna be pretty painful. Oh, I can't change my name? I'm just trying to actually, like, just change my name like a normal person. Alright, these guys are playing Metal 3. Galaxy's gonna wreck him. I'm sorry, Fixer. You lost Metal 3 to Brecht. Galaxy's best map is Metal 3. So it looks like Z-Crone versus Plata is going to be the most interesting place to be. Wait, what? Clear isn't how you clear their console? That's how you do it, I see. Alright, Metal 4. Metal 4 versus... between Plata and Z-Crone. Early in the bracket here, I'm seeing 12 of y'all. Thanks for coming by. I'm sure we'll have some very interesting games coming in the future between Raphael, Redon, and Lokio. If there ever was a time to upset Redon, you know, this would be it for Lokio here. I mean, he's the winner of the last title. taking a close 2 games versus Frosty, but then ultimately convincingly winning on Paradigm. And presumably Redon being somewhat rusty after his lengthy vacation. So, you know, kind of Lokio's chance here, and we'll just have to see what kind of shape Redon is bringing to this tournament. If Lokio can bring his A game, this really will be probably his best chance thus far to get the W over. It'd be the first win against Redon of anyone. Make me look absolutely foolish. So I think it'll be a pretty interesting final if those two end up on it. There's also the potential of an upset by Raphael, who I think could absolutely beat Lokio. Not so much Redon. I don't know. Redon just never seems to be upset. But Lokio has shown the potential, if a few things don't go his way, if he can't get his aim going over the other player, if Raphael plays a really airtight game, I think Raphael could take that on the right map. Oh, I missed Lexar. I was going to say, what's up, Lexar, but I missed Lexar. Anyway, Plata off to a great start here. On 39 health right now. He's going to go all the way around for the health boost, which is fine because the other items are all delayed, but Zekron also going to show up with more health and take that fight. So now they have, whoever wants green can have it, but they're both going to come up early for yellow instead. And Zekron, it's going to be a mutual. Zekron getting the better spawn? No. Plata getting the better spawn? I don't know. No, Krone's going to get to quad. Stumbling over my words. So Zekron lacking a ranged weapon. Now he has one. If Plata can avoid taking the fight close. No, Plata's going to hide here. So Zekron is going to get the machine gun. And he's probably going to find Plata right. No, Plata has moved. Oh. A nice rocket, though. A nice rocket there. Alright, Zekron is stacked. Let's watch him try to run things here. Getting a great spawn. Oh my god, twice! Zekron! Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, my man. Health boost coming. If he could get this cleanly, really... Holy crap, the pistols! Plata almost making something happen there, but ultimately instead giving up a frag. Looks like Plata has decided to just throw himself at Zekron, and it could work, but nope. Not quite able to finish it. Oh no, here comes the machine gun, and unfortunately Zekron's control not able to be extended into the stratosphere. And now Plata, it seems to me that Plata feels he has superior aim and wants to take as many fights as possible, and I have to say, it's looking like that's the case. Plata hitting some really nice shots, but he's going to drop this quad to Zekron. Zekron should be able to get himself the yellow armor out of this. Plata is not even going to contest it, nor should he, unless he thinks he has a particularly intelligent angle. Plata now moving over to these rockets. Zekron may find him. No, he's not going to go all the way around. It looks like Zekron is probably going to try to wait for him at green. Plata, though, suspicious of this. He's going to set up at health boost, and Zekron's going to be late for it. But he should get a kill out of it, unless he screws up his aim. Which he does. He totally cocks that fight up and almost dies. So, again, that's what I'm saying. Plata seems to be confident that he can win fights, even at a disadvantage, and just stop Zekron from getting any kind of control down. I mean, Zekron had control off and on for like 2 minutes there, and he was able to almost tie the game back up, but now it's gone over to Plata again, and Plata has shown that he can do in 1 minute of control more or less what Zekron can do in 5 minutes of control. So, however, those rockets helping a lot. Quad is now going to be anyone's game. Plata underneath, it looks like he's not going to be able to contest for it after all. Zekron getting these quads, giving himself an in that way. Yellow's up. Plata knows it. Plata's going to be there. Zekron needs to kill him. That's not good. Plata's going to... Oh, they do meet, but Plata is the one who wins the fight. Not sure how that happened. And Plata, in fact, is going to win another fight. It looks like he's rather... I'm not sure I agree with that. I don't know. Anyway, he's going to get pretty well stacked here anyway, though. Zekron choosing not to go for the health boost. And I believe Plata has made it onto 200. That clutch rifle there. Plata's aim is looking fierce. Absolutely fierce. What's up, Starch? 17 to 11, though. Still Zekron in this. And Zekron making a good attack onto the yellow, but Plata's shotgun too steady. Oh my god, the rifle around the corner. Z-Crone trapping these health bubbles nicely, but he's not staying for more. I'm not sure that... Okay, the clutch rifles coming in from Plata here are formidable. There have been a couple instances now. Plata just can't get any weapons, or any machine gun, more accurately. There have been a couple instances so far. Plata, you can't wait for this. You're going to have to go to quad. Couple instances so far where Plata has had to hit some really clutch rifles or risk going down, but he's hit all of them, and they're Crone not able to make anything out of that quad run. Probably not aware of the yellow time, because otherwise I think he could have maybe stopped Plata from getting that. So Plata's not going to get any control here. Z-Crone probably taking the green now. Indeed. He's got rockets and he's got rifle, and he should win this fight, but he misses everything. Oh, that's frustrating for Z-Crone. He needs to get right onto the yellow right now. Z-Crone, Z-Crone, Z-Crone. Plata maybe giving him a little too much credit. No, Z-Crone giving... Z-Crone is going to get the yellow. Neither of them. Maybe Plata assuming it was hopeless, and Z-Crone not with the accurate time. All right, let's watch Z-Crone. He's got nearly 10 frags to make up here, and 3 minutes and 12 seconds to do it. Absolutely doable, but he's going to need to get... Oh, that rocket to his own face hurts a lot. Oh, what's up, Saladio? I don't actually... Do you have... Is that your nick inside? What's your nick? Oh, yeah, it is. I see you in Discord and stuff. Anyway, yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. He's going to get another yellow and not quad this time, though. And quad's really been helping him. No! Oh! Costly movement error from Z-Crone. I just feel like this has been a better game than the score reflects. Like, it's just been Plata's aim that has been getting him this lead. I mean, if Z-Crone could just hit a few more shots, just get a few more of these fights to go his way, he would be right in this. Still, and his yellow armor timing hasn't been great either. Plata there waiting on the yellow, able to get it completely uncontested. And that probably seals the deal for him. I mean, it's a little too soon to say that with complete confidence, but getting... Oh, like, he loses that fight. He's probably gonna lose that one too, but he'll win the next one. And since the next one is coming for yellow armor... No, Crone rushing in with the machine gun. Okay, alright. If he can get this quad, which he should... Taking his sweet time a bit. He's let Plata get position. He needs to hit these last machine gun bullets. He hits the rocket. Crone, you don't have time to get the fucking health boost? Crone, you fucking moron! I'm sorry, not professional commentary. And Crone is not a moron, but why did you go for the health boost there, mate? You gotta go straight to quad there. Health boost, not the item you needed. If he goes straight to quad there, he gets it, and he's on a quad run right now. He is going to get the yellow armor, so he's still... Every time it looks like Plata's going to pull away with this, Crone does get something done. 8 frags of difference. Plata going to give up a kill here. Oh, he does a ton of damage before going down. Crone can rotate right onto this green right here. Keep himself taking all these armors, and Plata is waiting at yellow, which is foolish, but then again... Well, he jumps and gives himself away, I think is what just happened there, because I was going to say Crone might not realize that he would be somewhere so odd. In a way, it was a creative hiding place, but now Crone waiting all the way to yellow, getting turned around, does get it. There's a health bubble for him right here. You need the health bubble. Crone, why did you do that? He needed to take the health bubble. He needed to not rush directly onto health boost. And now he's gonna die here. Oh. It's just heartbreaking watching these mistakes from Crone. I feel like there are just so many unnecessary mistakes. I mean, I guess that's how you lose, right? But, like, it feels like they're just some things that just shouldn't have happened, and he would be right in this. Anyway, these two players giving us a great game. I don't know how much Crone has been playing. I know Plata's playing all the time, but I feel like Crone really should have... I feel like Crone played the better game, and Plata's yellow armor timing was a bit better, but it seemed like... I don't know, it seemed like... I mean, I guess because I was watching Crone more, so I saw all of Crone's mistakes. I don't know, tough to say here. I just feel like Crone should have been able to do better in that game than he did. You know, maybe he can watch this and. But I mean, those are not mistakes where it's like conceptually Zekron doesn't understand that he shouldn't take health boost there. I'm sure he'll. Maybe he knew it immediately. Like, why did I go for health boost there? That's not a mistake. I'm sure of strategy. It's a mistake of see item, get item. You know, the lizard part of his brain is thinking, oh, well, there's a big shiny delicious item in front of me. I gotta take it. Then I can worry about that silly old quad. So you know. Anyway. Oh, SauerDuels.org has happened. Let's see. We've got the next games have not yet been announced. I guess we'll go over to Lokio and Tay, maybe, see what happened there. I am fucking hungry. Maybe I can make some oatmeal at some point. Okay, it's over. We're gonna assume that Lokio won. This is also over. I'm gonna assume that Galaxy won. And this is over. I'm gonna assume that Redon won. So maybe I can put some oatmeal in the microwave right now. Lost it running for a second there. Yeah. Come on, cook something more interesting. Brecht, do you really want me to cook something more? I'm trying to stream FFA, man. I could cook something more interesting. It's just probably take longer. Besides, oatmeal's healthy. All right, I have no idea what the other games are, but this is a cool game. I want to see what Starch can do here. So I'm staying right here. Someone else can, if there was a better game, you can let me know. But Starch versus Redon on Corruption, I could easily see Starch taking this game. I mean, it's a map where Starch, if he gets some strong control, he can really exercise his aim. Okay, he went through the wrong teleporter. Yeah. Yeah, alright, so he went through the wrong teleporter there. Otherwise, I think he gets that first yellow armor. Instead, he doesn't, and that sucks. So, I gotta be, I'll be right back. Like, right back this time. Oatmeal with what? A little fruit and maple syrup, probably.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
Okay, I'm back. 6-2, Redon, but Starch has managed to get another kill in the recent past, so not getting locked down, which is important.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Starch is gonna stick for health boost here, which I think Redon's gonna let him have in favor of setting up for the yellow. Yeah, Starch is blocked off here. He's not gonna have a play, so Redon, the conservative, correct play here. But if Starch can, okay, Starch, yeah, Starch's inexperience is really showing so far. I mean, he didn't put himself in position to get that quad at all. Oh, the machine gun though! Almost gets the kill. Almost. But doesn't. So I think Redon will probably be able to get a quad run going here. This time Starch, no, he took the wrong teleporter again. Or I don't know what he did. What is he doing? Who knows? Who cares? Redon getting the next yellow. And moving around the map pretty comfortably here. Starch, will he be on green? Yep, just as Redon expected. Unfortunately, though, he takes a gazillion machine gun damage going in with the rifle there. I mean, he hits his shot, but the reload time is enough for Starch to do incredible damage, but Redon with the slick combo here. Very, very, very sexy. And, I mean, if there's not a lot of rust, we've seen Redon eliminating me from the last FFA tournament, eliminating lag out. Redon has absolutely reached peak Redon-ness and is now just destroying everything. Aim, brains, you know, all the fundamentals. A perfect rocket timing on a Starch there. Starch firing off some perhaps unwise pistols. He's going to get chased down by Redon here. Can he get onto the yellow? Yes, Redon not challenging it, figuring it is a lost cause perhaps. But Redon should be able to chase through these teleporters. No, he goes through the other one. Interesting. Doesn't realize where Starch is. And there's Starch, but Starch has the rifle out, which is just unacceptable, and he's going to take a ton of damage there. He will get the health boost, and will he have time to make it back to yellow? He should. He's going to have to attack. Oh, Redon coming the other way around, catching Starch by surprise, catching me by surprise, and he's navigating around to the jump pad. So creative from Redon, so intelligent there. Just distract Starch that little bit, and then back off from the fight and go around to the jump pad. Really smart. These are the sort of things I think that set Redon apart. I would have fallen for that completely if I was in Starch's position. That's awesome, Fixer, man. I love your attitude. Every time you talk, it makes me happy. Because every time you talk, you're happy. All right, Redon with the sick moves. Why is he so good? Starch has got no chance. I thought Starch had yes chance, but Redon is a machine. No, still 13-1. If Starch can get some good control, the game is not over. Corruption can be, you know, one player gets 17 frags and then the other player gets 17 frags. But right now it's looking really, really tough for Starch. Redon's screwing up his movement there. He's not going to get to the health boost. I need to go check out these other games now. On server 1, we have this that I just was on. On server 2, Raphael's beating Lokio. I found my new home, and it is on Raphael's POV as he attempts to upset Lokio early in the bracket. Lokio getting some sneaky. Actually, let's watch Lokio out of control here. Oh, he's not out of control. He's out of score, but he has yellow and stack and everything. He's going to be a little awkward in that fight, taking more damage than he wanted to, but the timing of the fight is good. If he can stand here. Nade, the rogue nade takes him out, and instead it's flipped on its head. Raphael has stacked. He's already exactly where he needs to be for quad. Taking some damage in that fight, but it's probably going to be fine. He's got 44.99. That's more than enough to win this. Well, he's giving up a lot of machine gun angle there, actually. Lokio might be able to finish this off. He does. So Raphael not careful enough shielding himself in that fight. Maybe a little too cocky. And now Lokio... Wow, how does he lose that fight? Well, I mean, they mutual. But Lokio getting the machine gun off the spawn, able to quickly secure the yellow armor. And another kill, but that was a very messy kill. His any sense of control is immediately going to be gone here, and Lokio is going to have to hope he can win on weapon advantage, which looks like he wants to secure. Raphael still not able to get a machine gun, but at that range, who needs it? Rocket's doing the job much better. Stream is moody? What do you mean? I haven't dropped any frames still. Do you just mean that I'm moody? Because, yeah, I guess. Anyway, 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Lokio probably getting pretty nervous right about now. Certainly a massive upset if he were to lose to Raphael here, but Raphael has been practicing. It's not as if Raphael is anything remotely resembling a pushover. I don't know where he is in the FFA rankings, but it's probably somewhere very high. Alright, they're going to mutual here, and Raphael taking his time to get to yellow, Lokio not. So a little mistake there from Raphael allows Lokio to hopefully get himself back into this game. He's taking a smart peek there on health boost, firing off some perhaps too optimistic rockets instead of cutting Raphael off here. But Raphael getting a green. See, Lokio making a pretty big mistake there. He should have cut him off with the rockets rather than taking those hopeless peeks. And it's really screwed him over here. I mean, he should know that he can take the... That was also a mistake from Lokio. Way too cautious on the yellow there. He had Raphael low. He didn't need to be that passive there. And with 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go, he really can't afford to be that passive. I mean, that's a good rocket. Those are some good rockets. Certainly, you can get a lot of frags on this map, but against someone like Raphael, you really can't count on getting that kind of, like, commanding... Holy fuck! That is gutting. Lokio was about to have yellow armor and quad, but instead he just eats those 2 spam rockets on the quad spawn, and he's gonna lose. It's pretty much over. Dark? What do you mean dark? What are you talking about, Toph? Alright. Let's see what else happened. Bada is handling Brecht. Right, I was just here. Wait, where wasn't I? S3? Sketch is handling Tay. Again, everyone's letting Sketch play Metal 3, and I don't know why. Starch has continued to stay attached to the game, but futilely so. Even having quad there, but not able to get the kill with it. So, Now would be a great time for me to go look at the bracket. The game is dark? Oh, you mean like brightness-wise?
Health boost in 10 seconds.
I would adjust it, Toph, but no one's ever said that to me before. So if it is dark, it doesn't seem to be a problem for anyone else. But if I were to hear more feedback in that direction, then maybe I would change it. So, seeing a crazy game there between Raphael and Lokio. Unfortunate to miss a lot of it, but I think we probably saw a pretty good slice of what happened. Lokio just making errors, man. Just making mistakes. I mean, that's the only way to put it. Just little things, getting caught out with spam rockets, and generally just not, you know, FFA, you have to be perfect in FFA. That's kind of how it is. That's why it's to be it. That's why FFA is so demanding compared to the other modes. I mean, I don't know. Each mode demands its own kind of perfection. Epic demands perfection because you have to aim at such a high level for 10 minutes, as does Insta. But FFA demands perfection in the sense that you will get, you know, 5 chances, right? Like throughout the map, there will be points, probably 5 or 6 of them, where everything hinges on your ability to execute your game plan. And if you don't execute your game plan, you don't just lose 1 frag, you lose 10 frags. Or you lose your chance to get 10 frags. So, you know, when Lokio makes the mistake like allowing himself to eat those spam rockets on quad, or not being aggressive enough on yellow, although those were really mental mistakes and not execution mistakes, but the execution mistakes can be just as punishing. It's going to be Redon versus Raphael, Lokio versus Plata, and Galaxy versus Starch. Bit of a civil war here in the loser bracket. Probably going to watch Redon versus Raphael because that is the winner bracket final, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the biggest FFA tournament we've ever had. Looking like there were 10 signups. Pretty small turnout. Disappointing. Although I guess I can't complain too much since I also didn't play. Yeah, classic late game Lokio hate maybe, but also it was classic mid game and early game Lokio. I mean, he did put himself in a hole, so he obviously was never quite all there from the start. All right, so we'll go back and forth between Redon, Raphael, and Starch Galaxy, but I mean, as long as it's a remotely close game, we'll be sticking on Redon Raphael because it just has quite more significant implications. Something that would be really cool. Something that would be really cool would be if we see Raphael versus Starch in the loser bracket. I think it's going to be difficult to arrange. I mean, Starch would have to get through Lokio to get back to Raphael, but that would be a pretty interesting match considering the rivalry they had. It would mean that Starch and Raphael have faced off in every of the last 3 tournaments or something like that. Not finals of the last 2 tournaments, and then high in the bracket in this tournament. But anyway, Redon versus Raphael in 1. So I should be on 1, or I should be on USA. Galaxy's here. Starch looking lost. Fuck you too, buddy. All right, Raphael's here, just waiting on Redon. Oh, read on having some hardware issues. See you, Fixer. Thanks for playing. Thanks for, as always, having the best attitude in Sauer history. I'm going to go to the USA server, see if they've started yet. And they have. They've started on Hades. So I'm going to stay here for maybe 1 minute, and then I'm going to go back to the more consequential game. Starch's aim, man. So good.
Health boost in 10 seconds. Quad damage in 10 seconds.
Looks like Galaxy's gonna attack from below. No dice. Starch could potentially extend this into a huge quad run if Galaxy isn't careful. But he should at least extend it into the next yellow. He's not getting the health he needs, but he will be able to kill Galaxy here and stop him from attacking too strongly on. And I should go back to SauerDuels immediately. Are they vetoing here, or what? Origin. Love it. I don't know. Oh, Redon's an admin. Alright, yeah, this is the wrong choice. Raphael, I don't think is that strong on Tumwalk. There's too much spinning around for his low sensitivity. There's so many angles that you have to learn. Metal 4, on the other hand, is perfect for him. So I think this is a fairly poor choice by Redon. But then again, when you're the best player in Sauerbrot in history at the mode, really no one can tell you anything without sounding like somewhat of a fool. So I'm sounding like somewhat of a fool, but there you have it. And we're off on Redon here. He's going to immediately eat some rockets and die. And again, his attack onto green here. Well, somehow he manages to get enough machine gun bullets out. And somehow they're fighting up here when yellow is about to spawn. Raphael is going to get it and finish the kill with quite a bit of health. Very interesting. I mean, I really think this is a terrible pick for Redon.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
I think he's throwing because with his hardware problems, he wants to be eliminated from the tournament. But he can't let Raphael win FFA, man. I mean, come on. No offense, Raphael. Regardless of my opinions, Raphael is off to a tremendously bullshit quad steal by Redon. And immediately, holy shit, Redon is eating every piece of spam that Raphael can invent right now. Just absolutely mental. He's very weak for this yellow, so Redon's timing on the fight there really excellent. He should be able to get the yellow, and he does by the skin of his teeth. Now he's going to attack onto the green area. Probably get some kills here. He's dodging around these rockets, breaking out of the fight at the optimal point, and maybe he will run into Raphael here. No, yep, there he is. And he eats a significant rocket, but does finish the kill with some stack remaining. Now he's going to want to keep some weapons out of Raphael's hands, but unfortunately the rocket's turning out to be all that Raphael needs. I like Redon for this yellow. He's going to attack onto it. Not quite hitting enough machine gun to finish the kill. And in fact, he needs to finish Raphael off. I don't think he realizes how much armor Raphael still has, and he's going to have some trouble with this fight. Well, you know, he's also going to hit everything. So he does at least get the quad. I mean, he's going to go down afterwards, but tough situation that he got himself out of there. I don't really know why he thought Raphael would come from that direction. Typically, I would have expected Raphael to do exactly what Raphael did. Redon feeling really confident in his read for some reason. I mean, even if Redon had a different read than me, I'm surprised that he committed to it so hard instead of keeping more of an eye on Telly. He's hitting amazing damage around the corners right now, though. Crazy things he's doing with just rifle and nades. Almost getting that kill even. But not getting it. And so Raphael is going to be quite stacked. Great rifle around the corner. He's going to rush over to green, but maybe the rush not so warranted because green still has another 2 seconds to spawn. Raphael perhaps trusting Redon's timing more than his own. And they're going to fight on quad, and Raphael is going to win it pretty handily. What is Redon going to do? He's going to wait for Raphael to drop. Can he make it work? Yes! Raphael not giving Redon enough credit there, and Redon easily... Uh-oh. No, I don't... Redon paused the game. Okay. I can't talk. Oh, I don't have my S-off on this config. Fuck. That kind of sucked a lot for Redon. He's going to lose the armor because of that. That really blows. Yeah, really unfortunate for Redon there. Pretty good fight there, though. Redon winning from less health than Raphael, so putting himself back into it. Oh my god, the sick combos. Redon is using Fick moves in FFA. I don't know if you've noticed, ladies and gentlemen, but we really have reached a scary point in the arc of Redon. He's going to give up this green, and he's going to have to fight machine gun on machine gun here. He's prepared for Raphael, and he does a ton of damage, but unfortunately losing, he will kill Raphael here without much of an issue. Rushing forward to the health boost, but not getting there in time. Getting some peak damage, but now he's taking a really unfortunate amount of damage. He's probably going to want to rush and die, and he does do that, so now he has a chance on this green. Yeah, well played.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
I know I'm not giving Raphael much screen time, but it's really interesting to watch how the champion of FFA handles this situation of running into Raphael. That was the first time where Redon showed a little too much hesitance and was not able to finish the kill. How much can Raphael do with this quad? Redon is listening to the sound cues, hiding very intelligently. Working his way all the way back around, sort of playing the circle game here.
10 seconds.
Well done. But you know, for all the well dones, Redon is losing by 5 past the halfway point. And Raphael is on a commanding stack. We will watch a little Raphael pop here. Wow. This time Raphael with very human aim and Redon with inhuman aim, and Redon has done well to lose the fight at that time. not with the yellow armor time, or perhaps thinking he can take the quad and then get yellow. He's just barely wrong about that, and he's going to have a hard time going on a significant quad run now with no armor coming up for him. Raphael's going to stand on the health boost. Has Redon wagged out? Fuck.
Health boost in 10 seconds.
Okay. Raphael's lagging out here. Server having some issues today for the first time ever. I need to get my SAuth in this config. Damn. All right. We need another admin on this server. Okay, FFA today here. That's good. All right. The practical upshot of all that mess is that Redon has gotten some control here. He's going to be able to force Raphael off the green and hit that fading shot. Having to respect the nades of Raphael here. In fact, he's going to let that machine gun pickup go uncontested, assuming Raphael will have moved away from it. And the assumption is correct, but now Raphael, oh, doubling back, missing the first rocket, hitting a crazy rifle, but Redon winning the fight. Redon getting turned around. Raphael's going to get the yellow. He's got nothing to fight with, but he's going to be strong. And Redon's going to be weak here. Redon needing the green. Raphael should trap it, but Raphael is nowhere to be found. Raphael is heading over to the health pickups. Redon needs to find him. Will he go back for the health boost? He will. Oh no! Big shotgun. They mutual and Redon getting the worst spawn. Oh, unfortunate for Redon there to not hit any of that machine gun with the quad situation. And now he's going to have to do way more work than he otherwise would have. Raphael's going to maybe catch him here. No, Redon realizing his mistake. Hitting a great rifle around the corner, but does get chased down by the rockets. Raphael looking great for this yellow, but Redon will be able to attack with green. Yep, he does, and he's going to do a lot of damage. He's probably going to lose the fight. He does lose the fight, but all right, Raphael suiciding here. Pretty intelligent play. However, losing the pistol fight badly, and now it's going to be Redon with the quad, and hopefully with green, if you're on Team Redon, because green is there. He's opting for the health boost instead. Again, just trying to catch Raphael out of position any way he can. Amazing how Redon manages to negotiate everything there. However, that's a big rockets are hitting him around the corner right now. He's finding himself in the position of being really cautious about how to attack Raphael here. And understandably so, because he is just taking more and more damage. Finally making his move, getting destroyed by Raphael's machine gun. I can't explain why Redon is hitting so badly when he had been hitting so well, but he does manage to get out of it in a neutral situation, and he's going to chase with the he's not... Redon playing this very, very conservatively. It looks like he wants to get the last quad at all costs and not take any fights before that. And now he will do so. And he will get the kill. Well, I mean, the patience from Redon there. I would have been too nervous to play that way. I'm almost sure of it. He will go back for the yellow, wanting to make sure he can keep his control rather than try to get the frags made up in the quad run. He should double back around to green. And he does, but a little bit too late. And now I wouldn't be surprised to see Raphael rush this. Redon does get the kill, but at a huge cost to his life. They're going to tie back up. If Redon can hit this rifle, the... Oh. Okay, that was a weird as ass fucking fight. Oh my god, guys. Holy shit. Redon baiting out this feeling that he can't move forward onto the machine gun, but can't let Raphael have it either. And Raphael is going to get health boost in green, so...
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
Oh my goodness. Raphael with the clutch rifle. Redon with the clutch spawn. Takes the other rifle though. Health fucking yellow. Raphael gets it. Oh, Redon's gonna have a tough time of it now. This could easily seal the game for Raphael if Redon can't make something really special happen. That is a special rocket. Not getting the follow-up though. He needed to hit that last rocket. But alright. 3 frags. Redon's still in with a chance. He will get another couple yellows to try to make his... Oh, that rocket though. I mean, rifle. Redon's aim looking nervous, but just getting the job done.
Health boost in 10
He'll collect this
seconds.
machine gun from down low. And he'll go up here, catching Raphael out really nicely there. He's gonna take the health boost over the frag. I actually don't like that. Yeah, I think he should have. He's got enough time to get back to this next
Quad
fight, though.
damage in 10 seconds.
He should win it, and he does. But he's gonna take... Interesting decision. Yellow's up for me. I don't think he knows it. 10 seconds. Raphael's gonna have to get pretty unlucky at this point. And he's not going to. Wow, what a game. In the end, coming down sort of to fucking that mistake going for health boost instead of the kill. I mean, it's a matter of opinion, but I did not like... Well, Raphael has fucking arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Raphael has fucking arrived on the scene with a bang. Redon has been to the loser bracket before, though. And he has clawed his way back out of it every time. All 2 times, I think. In fact... Really foolish pick. Nah, hate. Nah. Oh, holy shit. What a game we have here. If Starch wins this, he sets up a rematch with Redon and secures himself the bronze medal, I think, more or less. I'm not entirely sure.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
And it looks right now like Starch had some sort of control. He's gonna fight from below. He's gonna make the jump. Oh, well played. Well played. Yellow's up for him. But he doesn't get onto it. Oh my god. What a bunglement. Can he get some more kills out of this quad run? Lokio's gonna be there. Yes, he does get another kill out of the quad run at least. Small consolation. No one's gonna have any armor. And Lokio's gonna win this fight. Starch way early. Just absolutely ridiculously early on this yellow. He's gonna back off, get the machine gun. No, 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 now he's late. Starch, go back. Starch, what the fuck? Alright, well, it works out for him. And they're gonna have a little bit of a, hit and run through the teleporter there. I switch on the Lokio pop accidentally, and he does massive damage, killing Starch there at a disadvantage here. Just with his superior angle. But Starch's shotgun is a force to be reckoned with, and now they're going to switch positions. Starch is going to fight from the top. No, Starch has now gone through, trying to get the same luck as before, and that may have cost him a lot. Yeah, Starch, I mean, it's such a big play to go under like that, but I think he should have just hit the machine gun. I mean, Lokio didn't have the weapons to really fight back, and there Starch really letting that quad run get away from him there. Lokio actually too stacked to take the yellow. Interesting. Ultimately not mattering for him. I think Starch was hoping that he could get down close to Lokio before Lokio would take enough damage to take it, but instead it really ended up just being that he perfectly led the fight onto the yellow.
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
Alright, Starch is in a bit of trouble here. He should be able to navigate either yellow or quad. No, 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 Starch, go back, buddy! Two health on Lokio right now. 27 health on Lokio. 127 health on Lokio. Starch so close to making something happen there, and yet so far. Alright, well, he is gonna not give up too much of a quad run. 6 frags. Oof. Great machine gun from below there by Lokio. Everything going Lokio's way, more or less, in the last few minutes. He's got all the weapons he needs. He has overstack. He is cruising. Starch doubling back there. I don't know why. He's got machine gun to fight with, so if he can pull out some Starch magic with the machine gun. But Lokio is content to just... Oh, never mind. Lokio trapping this machine gun here beautifully. I was going to say Lokio seems to have decided to just wait through yellow cycles. Here, the yellow cycled perfectly with the quad. Starch, absolutely no idea how to make this play. Tries to go for that again, which is just not wise, and I think Lokio has sealed this game for himself. No question, especially with pipes still being a thing. Lokio will be taking this game without further difficulty. Well, if I'm Lokio, I'm probably pretty pleased with how this has worked out. I get to play. I only have to beat Redon once, and then I can go up against Raphael, who I know I can beat in practice.
Health boost in 10 seconds. Block damage in 10 seconds.
I would love to see Starch train FFA because there's just so many mistakes that I believe he could clean up. But his lack of experience is really obvious when you watch him. All right, let's. I'm just eating oatmeal, guys. We're gonna get this loser bracket final started in just a moment, and it's hype, man. Kind of getting the three finalists that I would expect, but the order is all screwed up. I wonder if they'll end up playing NMP8. Lokio's going to want to play Paradigm. Although maybe he won't want to play Paradigm. Redon spanked him there last time. Huh. Lokio feeling even worse on Metal 4. Are they thinking of NMP8? Is that the fun one? NMP8 between Fuckerdoodle and Buttface. I mean, Lokio and Redon. And here we go. We are off on Redon, who immediately does a risky jump and falls off the map for no reason. He now does the same risky jump twice, which of course is the part that he executes successfully. The falling off the map was optional. Definitely getting the impression that Redon wants to lose, but probably not actually the case. Taking like rifles like he's me here or something. I think the affic has definitely gone to his head somewhat. But Lokio eventually finishing him off with the rifle there. I mean, kind of getting nothing really of note happening. Redon getting the better weapons, and I assume he will go over to yellow. He's actually going to make a mistake there. I don't blame him, but thinking that he could perhaps navigate that without having to take the nade damage, but unfortunately finding this not to be the case. This yellow is going to be a bit delayed. Redon's gonna... Oh my god. Oh my double... What is going on, guys? Guys! Oh, alright, Lokio has acquired quad... Lokio is fucking lost the quad because he's dead because of shotgun. He's hitting great peak bits of machine gun there. Immediately taking a rifle. No one's getting anything out in control right now. And armor's up. I don't know what Lokio's doing. I don't know what Redon's doing. What are any of these players doing? Great rifle there, but Lokio's got plenty of health, so it really makes no difference. Somehow that fight turns around in Redon's favor. He's waiting for Lokio to go out to that machine gun, but instead Lokio goes out to the other machine gun. And in fact, Lokio is staying. He wants to hit some rifles, but he gets a little squirrely about it, changes his mind, and ultimately ends up facing into nothing. Redon, kind of an odd approach to that fight. He's kind of just taking machine gun bullets for no reason. And now he's going to leave yellow.
10 seconds.
Redon has abandoned all kind of typical FFA conventions. In fact, it's almost like watching myself right now with the just trying to invent new ways to make the game difficult. But looking really good doing it there, not like myself. And he has now managed to bring it to a 1 frag lead from his falling off the map start. Lokio's going to secure green. Both yellows are up. Redon waiting to hit the rifle. No, he's going to just about make it onto the sick machine gun, but not quite getting the little last bit that he needed. He's got to go for these health pickups. Lokio kind of going in the wrong direction. I think Redon will take this lower yellow, and I don't think Lokio is going to be there in time to challenge it. A near miss. A near miss. Lokio Lokio trying for a cute little angle there, but instead giving up one himself. However, he does hit the up the jump pad rifle very nicely. Not the follow-ups. Redon gonna make his way onto the yellow without issue. That was really silly, which is fine. Trying a very, very optimistic trap. He's now weakened Lokio a bit, but Lokio does still have enough to make the jump. Redon hoping to just finish him, and in fact, he does not finish him. So with 25 and 2, Lokio is going to die to shotgun. He's dead to shotgun, and everything is fine in Redon land, who has immediately collected the lower yellow armor and slickly chainsaws, or avoids being chainsawed, giving up the upper yellow armor and the rocket rifle position. So he's going to have to take machine gun versus rockets here. Oh my god, that's a lot of machine gun. 28 and 2, Lokio is down to, and he's going to take this opportunity to take the first health boost of the game, as far as I can tell, and make his way over to the green. So, you know, a decent spread for him, and he's going to catch the drop on Redon. How does Redon turn that into a victory of a fight? Absolute, complete nonsense. Redon is officially starch, and Lokio is officially a scrub. And also another optimistic jump onto the yellow there. Redon racing him to it from the jump pad. He does get the fight drop on him, but now Lokio collecting machine gun, collecting health. Going to make things a bit difficult for Redon, especially if he attacks directly like this. And in advance of the quad here, Redon has really screwed himself over. Lokio chasing him down in that odd part of the map. Redon failing his jump. I don't even know what part of the map he was coming from. Whatever part of the map it was. Oh, spawns. Now we know we were playing SauerDuels, in case there was any doubt. But Redon plucks Loki out of the sky with the rifle, and he's gonna just probably go straight over to the other yellow. No, he's not. I'm not sure why. I kind of think he should have just accepted that he wasn't going to be able to keep strong control here, because the alternative was to give it up to Redon. But there, he's doing some damage that is potentially justifying his position, although we're really going to end up getting pretty much the same result as we would have otherwise. Regardless of my small opinions here, we're going to see a pistol jump pad fight, and somehow Lokio is not able to... Okay, that was normal. Anyway, Lokio not able to win the... Lokio is able to win the fight. Wait, what's going on, guys? I don't know. Alright, anyway, both players have yellow, and quad is going to come up, so we're going to see a very much even fight for quad, and the even fight is going to take place as a machine gun dog pile on rifle rocket position. Redon coming out on top. What? Oh, that was cute! I don't know why Redon killed himself there. I don't know what he thought was going to happen, but it made no sense and didn't work. So Lokio now with a chance to make up his deficit. He's really bad at the game. He's terrible at SauerDuels. No, it's absolutely despicably embarrassing, and probably would have happened to me also, because when you rush into machine gun, everything just becomes panic. However, the rifles are being lined up for him, and he is hitting them. Redon, like a bowling pin, being bowled over. And again, with the combo, not able to hit the second part of it, so less stylish, but no problem. And in fact, the kills are just presenting themselves on a silver platter right now. Lokio is going to jump back around and get the lower yellow armor, and Redon, having gone around to the health boost area, but accomplishing nothing. He's going to... I like this attack. Lokio is not expecting it. Redon not able to finish that off, but I really like what he did there. And Lokio at least is forced to go around for this health boost, so Redon's going to have a chance to trap him here. Does not finish the kill. Gets an unfortunate spawn. Lokio still barely alive in the grand scheme of things, but now, in fact, his barely alive is going to turn into in the lead by 1. Redon racing him to the yellow. Wins it. Tries to set up with a shotgun, but Lokio a little bit too in control of his movement for that. Gets backwards and sets up a superior weapon fight. Now they're going to break off, each take a yellow. Redon falling off the map for no reason. And with 2 minutes to go, Lokio now is the one with a lead and control. Redon, again, sort of just setting himself up there for the L. 4 frags, 150. Redon taking a green, Lokio taking a yellow. Redon is 5 seconds early for this, and Lokio is going to come and deal with him. Quad coming up. Lokio well on time for it, taking a lot of rifles. Redon kind of firing the last two off, somewhat rushed, not getting the shots. 125, 6 frags. Lokio has just about iced this game. But Redon attacking with the pistol. This time, no magic is there for him. It's do or die for Redon. If he doesn't hit these rifles, he's going to be entering the bronze podium for the first time in his career. Questionable. Lokio has only 57 seconds to maintain an 8 frag lead. It's almost impossible to see how he could fuck this up. He has dropped a kill, and there are 6 seconds to go before this next yellow armor is up. Redon going for fucking a fic player shit there. 38 seconds, man. He's got to do stuff. He's got to do stuff now. And the stuff he's doing are not the things that win him the game. Although Lokio taking optimistic rifles there maybe will give him a chance to do something. Quad looking to be his. No, Lokio hits him out of the sky with the clutch rifle, and that's it. Lokio is going to be, at the minimum, your SauerDuels silver medalist. Redon going to the bronze, proving that he is in fact mortal, particularly after the amount of time off that he's taken. However, excuses are not really merited when we have this impressive performance by Lokio to focus on instead. Unbelievable. It seems like the world should have ended or something. Like, it seems like... Oh, fuck off. Oh yeah, it's dropped. Oh, Galaxy always has shit to say. Yes, I'm using the AMD encoder. I'm dropping frames, Galaxy. There's no problem with... Someone needs to tell me whether there's a break or not. All right. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Ba-da-da-da-da-dum, bum, ba-dum. Where is I have just been disconnected. We're moving to EU1. Okay. Uh, is he not in this channel? Oh, there he is. How do I get him in here? Wait, I don't know how to do this. I'm working on it. Read on. Fuck. Oh, there it is. Just a second, guys. I got this. How do I fucking change his role? What the fuck? All right, I did it. All right, EU1. I don't even know what EU1 is anymore. Is it just still server 1 or? I guess so. Bang. Sup, Redon?
Hey.
Does it feel good to lose?
Yeah, it's kind of refreshing, actually.
I thought you might feel that way. If there's anyone who could feel that way, it would be you, and especially after the streak you've been on, it gets absolutely exhausting.
Yeah, well, I guess I have a reason to practice again.
There you go, man. Well, we are seeing two highly qualified players in your absence. Firstly, we have Lokio, the champion of the last event, beating Frosty in 3 games. One of them a nail-biting corruption that really could almost have gone the other way, in which case we would have had Frosty as the victor. But Lokio hanging on, making the clutch comeback, bringing himself the last title. So he is defending his title here, but he's defending it out of the loser bracket, having lost to Raphael on Metal 4. And Raphael, I know, has been practicing for this tournament. In 2 games I played with him yesterday. I won NMP8 and he won Corruption on some fucking bullshit. But nonetheless, I think Lokio has been winning in practice. You would have to favor him, but Raphael has more tournament finals experience. So honestly, I can't call it. What do you think, Redon?
Well, personally, I think that the advantage that Raphael gets now is an extra pick, and
Yes.
an FFA that's actually quite significant, depending kind of on the opponent.
Yes.
So he gets to pick 2 maps that he's comfortable on and that he thinks he has an edge on over Lokio.
Mm-hmm. I think what we'll see... Oh, go on.
Yeah, as for general, in general, I'm not sure. I think Lokio, obviously, very good FFA player, but Raphael has also turned into quite a strong player.
Yes, absolutely. I think the fact that he will be able to pick probably both metal maps will make him very comfortable. Very comfortable indeed. Lokio, I mean, if I was going to say Loki doesn't really have any weak maps, he has one weak map, and it's the one that Raphael just picked. Lokio has not been able to get the victories on Metal 3 versus, frankly, anyone of any caliber lately. So, you know, this would be a huge upset if Lokio were to even take it, and that'll get Raphael immediately with the mental and practical advantage going into the second map. So we'll have to see what happens here. One second. Lexar here in chat, rooting for his clanmate. This would be it. This would add Raphael. I mean, the stakes here are massive. Lokio is looking to pass me as the second most winningest player in SauerDuels, having 2 titles to my 1 behind your 17,000. And Raphael is looking to have his first title on the board. I don't know why the game is not starting. Oh, that's why. Raphael looking to put his first title on the board, but somewhat more significantly, if you ask me, bring himself into the elite and very small group of players who have won a title in every duel mode. And that goes for all of Sauer history.
Yeah, indeed. And what's interesting is that, like right now, he's if he manages to win this final, he will be the current title holder in INSA and in FFA, I believe.
Yes.
But he did lose the last epic to start.
He did.
So he does not yet get the honor of holding all 3 titles at the same time.
It's true. He would have... unless we see something from Achille or someone else takes it to the next level, really, he's almost running unopposed in Insta lately. So it would be down to whether he could take the next Epic, and then he would have secured that honor, which I believe... Well, very few players have ever done that. Hanzik, you have to imagine Hanzik has probably done that. Frosty has
Yeah.
done that. I don't think I have ever done that. No, I'm sure I have
certainly
not
haven't
done that. So that would be even more exclusive, and you're right to point out that that would be very, very interesting to see. All right, I'm
But
off.
I think we shouldn't give up hope on Lokio just yet.
Oh, certainly not. I'm not in any way meaning to suggest that, but I'm off on Lokio here. We'll see what he can do to avoid falling into a hole early. Right now, he's struggling to get anything started, not getting weapons, not getting angles, and dropping 3 frags
He lost
instantly.
the green as well.
He does have the health advantage as a result, which will get him looking good for this yellow if he was not subject to Rafa. Oh my god, that is a fucking bot shot. Look at that shit, man. Anyway, Lokio, though, does get away with the yellow, but again, he's been rushed down with pistol a couple times today, optimistically allowing for damage to miss him, but not getting such luck.
Yeah, this is a very fast map, so it really comes down to just getting in more frags. I don't think it's really possible to have control for a long time for either of these players.
It's funny. I know why you would say that, of course, because between top players, once you understand that the mandatory way to be is to have constant aggression, once you have 2 top players like that, you don't usually see long stretches of control. However, if you get any kind of mismatch on this map, it can instead turn into the map where there is the most control.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's if the skill levels of the players there's enough of a difference there, then it's really easy to completely choke your opponent. Give them no space to collect anything at all. But I think with an opponent like Raphael, you really don't get to move around the map without, taking enough damage.
Yeah.
You don't really get to carry your armor over to the next yellow.
Because even if you get the dream rotation on all of the weapons, and obviously the yellow, Raphael can still do so much damage with just rifle that your exceptional weapon control becomes almost meaningless.
In the worst case, even just pistol is enough.
Yeah. Because you can control, like I said, if you get the dream rotation, you can definitely control every weapon and the yellow on this map, but you can't control every weapon and the yellow and the rifle. You're gonna have to give something up, and if you try to control all the weapons, and usually it's the rifle. So when you've got a player who can do so much, that is an absurd amount of damage that Lokio is taking on this attempted quad run. Absolutely disgusting that he couldn't get away more cleanly with that. And he's only going to pick up 1 frag.
So far.
Yeah, Lokio hanging right in this as we talk in more generalities rather than totally focusing on the game here. Raphael did get out to a 10-3 scoreline that was looking like it might go somewhere, but Lokio quickly bringing it back. He needs to get on this yellow now. Raphael will be waiting for him, and Lokio really has no one to blame but himself there for attacking so slowly. So Raphael does lose enough stack that he gets onto green and health boost, and Raphael allowing Lokio to get a lot of machine gun. Raphael right now is not doing the greatest job because when we say you can't get the dream rotation against the top player, well, maybe you can't get it for very long, but you can get it for a short period of time, and you can at least control the MG, and Raphael is not doing that. He's relying on his aim and yellow armor timing to get him the lead that he has, which is very much small and fragile lead. But he's not managing to keep the machine gun out of Lokio, and as I say that, Lokio demonstrates exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think on many other maps, when you're in a situation like that, you lose the yellow armor, and you spawn in a situation you have no weapons and your opponent has yellow, he's going to pick up health boost, he's got weapons. It usually takes a while to come back from that, and you lose a few frags in the process. But on this map, if you neglect to control the MG, it can be over so fast.
Yep. Well, Raphael has no weapons. He has rockets now. Lokio has machine gun. Raphael hitting that rocket there and getting that angle on Lokio has probably secured him his quad. He needs to go cut it off on this side, which he does. And he's not careful enough, though. He had the right idea, but the execution was not there. If you're gonna go around and get that cheeky damage, which I like, I almost always these days tend to attack that position before I take quad, because basically you can. A related tangent that I'm about to go on. If you attack quad from the below spot and find your opponent there, you can pretty much guarantee yourself quad by killing them and then using the jump yourself. There's no way they can spawn anywhere and get to quad quickly enough. So I find that to be the most reliable way to take quad. There, though, Raphael allowing Lokio to get the jump himself has resulted in a situation where Lokio now has actually gotten off to a 6-frag lead. And we couldn't have been more emphatic about the advantage that Raphael has on this map. So for Lokio to win this would give him quite the confidence boost going forward.
Yeah, but there's still 4.5 minutes to go. Let's see if Lokio can keep this up.
Disgusting combo from Raphael.
I'm not sure if his victory now has given Lokio a bit of a confidence boost, but I think the big thing that has been holding him back that he used to underperform in tournaments.
Yeah.
I think maybe getting nervous is a factor.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be that comes into play in the last 3 minutes of a game like this.
True. But I also think that as you hinted there, getting that monkey off his back, getting that first tournament win it certainly has helped and may have in large part cured some of his nerves, because if I just look back on my own experience, I definitely felt that way once I got the first W. I mean, it wasn't cured overnight, but it gives you just so much more confidence. Not just that you know you can do it, but that you know that if you don't do it, you don't have to feel some kind of way about yourself. You can still say I'm an FFA champion. Didn't get it this time, but I'll get it next time. Raphael back in the lead here. As you predicted, as we expected, no one getting any kind of control in this game. It's been back and forth nonstop the whole time. And here we're having a very awkward fight for quad. Very weird how that went down. Neither player really staking out a position, fighting all the way out to the green. And Lokio giving up this yellow and giving up his life. Unfortunate for Lokio there. Health boost and green are available to the opportunistic player. Lokio getting a rifle, but he's probably... Well, Raphael way too slow there. He needed to block that off somehow, some way, because Lokio easily coming back in and being the one to not take the green armor yet for some reason. And he's taking absurd rifles. This is what I'm talking about with Raphael, man. And now... Well...
It's looking good for Lokio now, but he needs to make sure he keeps an eye on the MG. Which he does.
Yep. I'm on Lokio here. He has a chance to actually show us some control right now. He's given up rockets, so he's going to need to keep his distance a little bit. And he does so nicely. Now, of course, Raphael's rifles are coming in, and that's what I mean, why it's like almost impossible to lock Raphael down on this map. I mean, another... Alright, look at that. Look at that. Most players are not going to hit those 3 rifles. Most players would be, right now, being rolled by Lokio's control, but Raphael is not being rolled. He has in fact killed Lokio outright. However, Lokio still getting some very useful things. He's going to get armor. He needs the health. Where is the health for him? Raphael out by health boost, which is probably perfect in this case for Lokio. Bit of an aggressive push around the corner there. I would have... Works out for him, though. He's going to get onto the... He does get baited there. He's getting kills, though. With 116 left to go, it's okay if it's sloppy. The thing that matters is that he's built a 7-frag cushion. And in fact, I'm going to switch to Raphael's pod, because suddenly Raphael is pinched off a bit here. He's going to have rotations of yellow and quad with which to make this deficit up. So he's far from out of it, and that helps right there. Lokio, with position, not able to win the fight on that yellow. And now Raphael, let's see if he can be the one to show us that Metal 3 can be controlled. He's given up the machine gun right away. But again, the rifle carrying him through his lapse of item control.
Yeah,
he does...
still very doable.
Certainly. 36 seconds, 4 frags. The next yellow is going to determine the quad, is going to determine potentially the victor, and Lokio's going to get it, but he does not get it with a whole lot of stack. Raphael needs to be very careful how he does this. Oh my god! in style, ladies and gentlemen. Raphael probably going to want to take the green here, but 17 seconds. He needs to get the kills. That is one way to do it. Again, the style is insane. He's going to forego green entirely. I can understand this. He has absolutely no time to get this done. In fact, it's going to take somewhat of a miracle. There's the first part of the miracle, 3 seconds. The second part of the miracle is not going to happen. Lokio wins by 1 frag in the most last-second fashion. Holy shit.
Yeah.
What a performance from Lokio after he was doubted so loudly on this broadcast.
He exceeded expectations here.
Wildly so. And I don't feel that Raphael underperformed. His error was pretty consistent. It was that he did not manage the MG, and perhaps that's just a feature of his Metal 3 that hasn't been sorted out yet, or perhaps in the heat of tournament play he was unable to remind himself of that often enough. I don't know which it was. I'm expecting to see NMP8 here, by the way. How about you?
I'm not sure. Like, I'm tempted to say Lokio will pick Corruption, but perhaps
Corruption, Paradigm, or NMP8. I could see a Paradigm. If Raphael doesn't know Paradigm, Lokio's Paradigm is quite formidable.
Hard to say. I don't know about you. You seem to know more about Raphael's Metal 4 skills than me. But I'm not sure if Raphael has a preference between, let's say, Paradigm, NMP8, or Corruption.
Yeah, I don't know if he knows Paradigm, and that's what Lokio is thinking right now. Lokio's probably checking Sour Tracker, because Lokio can play Paradigm. In fact, Lokio could easily ice the tournament here if Raphael has, in fact, neglected to get his game up on that map. And I could easily see him doing that. Many players have done that, and indeed, here it comes. Paradigm, of course. Yeah. It's the logical pick, as long as Raphael has as little experience as Lokio has apparently judged that he does, and that I most suspect that he has. We could be seeing the excitement level of this tournament drop rapidly, because this is a very easy map to get rolled on. Raphael showing no sign of anything, but not readying up either. He's opening another client right now to run around and learn where the items are, I'm assuming. No, maybe not, because he is going to get right into the game.
Yeah, I think if you're headed for the FFA finals, you better learn Paradigm.
Absolutely. It's become clear now that the potentially repeating title holder has Paradigm in his toolbox and will deploy it at the ready. Raphael, though, demonstrating knowledge of green. You might imagine that they have played this map together. They were training together for this tournament, so it's possible that Raphael knows it from that experience, but he also probably knows from that experience that Lokio is going to make his life hell, and so far threatening to do so, if not having done so outright yet. Raphael attacking with pistol. I don't really like...
Doing a lot of work with that pistol, though.
Does a lot of work, but I don't like what that says about his mental game. However, if Lokio is going to succumb that easily, then perhaps I know nothing. I don't know why Raphael did not hear Lokio behind him there, but Lokio getting the cheeky sneak attack, and Raphael falling off the map just to add insult to injury, frankly. Oh, with the pistol. The quad. Okay, come on, Raphael, man. Come on. Come on. He should have 2 more frags than he does right now, but some very foolish suicides. Although this map, let's make no mistake, this map does create some really unexpected falls compared to how...
Yeah, it's not as easy to see the falling opportunities as on NMP8.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Alright, well, Raphael should have a decent time on the yellow because he was able to show up there and see that Lokio had not delayed it at all. Lokio getting right in his face here, though. Raphael having a chance to put some plus back rockets. Lokio probably is going to back off, reconsider his attack options, and catching Raphael there to get the free kill works out great for him. Raphael again rushing with pistol. It had worked before, so I suppose why not, but it's not going to work all game long, and Lokio shuts him down easily there. Again, Raphael will have a time. He's doing a lot of damage with shotgun, but it's going to be negated by this health boost. And he needs to reconsider his options in advance of this quad. I don't think he has any play to make onto it, other than... Is it lag? Lag. Holy shit. Okay. That is one way to get the quad. just DDoS the server for a quick second and land in Lokio's face with the lag machine gun. Lokio probably going to get this yellow armor. Oh, Raphael can hurry. He can at least kill him. He does at least kill him, so that's a consolation prize. But he's not going to have any stack to work with once this quad runs out. In fact, he barely even has weapons to work with, and he's going to fall off the map. Really sad. I wish he would stop falling off the map. It's not entertaining.
Well, I think, lag or not, I think it took Lokio a bit too long to show up for quad. He
Certainly.
was in a really good position. He had enough armor. He had, I think, at least one, maybe two
Health
health
boost in
boosts.
10 seconds.
Definitely a better position to attack quad with.
Raphael's going to fall off the map
Raphael.
again.
Quad would have helped him to really lock down control.
Quad will not help him stay on the geometry of the map, however. Lokio taking a fairly uncontested health boost here and getting himself up right back to a monster stack. Whoa, even going for the somewhat ballsy jump.
Damage
I
in
mean,
10 seconds.
I don't know
It
how
has gone wrong before.
it has gone perfect again with the eloquence. And this time he not getting contested on quad. Well, he's getting contested coming off of quad, but the downwards machine gun is not really the play. Raphael trying to become a ghost on the map, however, I don't think that is really going to work out for him in the long run. I've found that becoming a ghost on this map is a very tempting strategy, but I've also not really seen it work out for me that much. You've got to interrupt someone's control, and that was one way to do it. He's going to get the yellow armor here. He seems aware, as long as he doesn't give up, that it is coming up for him. He's even going to get the health boost. Please don't fall off the map. Thank you. And yeah, Raphael now has the chance to do something, but does he know the tricks that Lokio is going to want to use? His attack angle does not work from it all, and he's run out of weapons, but he knows where to get them. He's going to get these 2 machine gun bullets here, and really that's all he needs, except that he comes to the choke point with rockets. He manages to stay on the map. He's eating shotguns. What a dance. What a dance. Quad and yellow conflicting horribly. It looks like, well, Raphael can really do a lot of things now. He can let... Oh my god, is he going to get through in time? I think he will.
Looking good. The yellow is up.
Yeah. Wow.
This isn't really.
I think your voice lagged out a bit there. I'm not sure, but Lokio almost being able to... It seemed like Lokio was surely going to secure one of those 2 major items, but Raphael able to secure both of them, and he's getting some kills. Raphael is showing some fight on this map that I was growing skeptical would be appearing. He's going to get a second health boost, I think, to go with his first one here, so he is on the potential for a monster stack. Lokio rushing back out here and catching Raphael with the wrong cadre of weapons. Raphael barely finishing the kill. That could be a huge deal. He is going to run onto yellow. Lokio expecting the shotgun to the back does not follow him through. Probably could have finished it, but I don't blame him for the assumptions he made. Raphael needs the GPS locations of all the health on the map right now, and he seems to have that information. He is going from health to health, stacking himself back up. He's had to allow Lokio now to take this green, and it will be a fair fight on quad. Lokio with the height advantage right now. Raphael... They mutual.
Waiting where Raphael did maybe not the best idea.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Lokio is going to suicide, but it's not the right move because...
10 seconds.
Okay, Lokio makes it work. That was highly questionable because Lokio could have just turned around and gone back for the yellow, but his right idea, carrying him one way or another to the yellow, and now as long as he can survive this quad, which he's going to do, Raphael expecting him not to challenge for the health boost with no quad, but instead Lokio does just that and gets away with it. Highway robbery here for Lokio, and he's got 5 seconds to survive this pistol rush and get onto the yellow, which he should do without any further issues. 6 frags, and Lokio now is the one back with control and with overstack. Wonderful trap there from Raphael. Can he finish the job that he's just done here? Lokio is crippled. Raphael is crippled in his movement. Oh, he had everything going for him there, but is not all lost. He has 5 seconds to get to yellow, but he's... Raphael, he's going to go through. He misses the shotgun. Oh, it's all gone wrong for Raphael. It has all gone wrong. And the smiles reflect the justified frustration, but somehow that happens. So now they're going to mutual. Again, spawning on top of each other at this upward position. Raphael has health boost, he does not have weapons, and he has a lot of work to do, but he should be able to get this yellow if he can secure any kind of position here, which he does. Well done attacking that spot here in advance of the yellow. So 8 frags. He's going to need to be perfect.
Yeah,
Those
this is going to be tough to make up 8 frags.
Those
Makes no mistakes at all, maybe a good quad run.
Yeah, it's doable for sure. I mean, you can get some bad luck with spawns in this map we've seen, but those suicides have really come back to bite him at this point. I mean, he's really added them up. Oh, he's going to fall here. He gets the kill, but
Yeah.
getting trapped on that ledge, it's very difficult. And now he's let yellow come up with Lokio on top of it. Maybe you should trap through that teleporter. He should have trapped through that teleporter. But instead getting the damage in there. 9 frags. Quad is now...
Yeah, the frustration isn't helping, I think.
He doesn't know to not do what he just did. Don't do it again. You have to walk off. Walk off, Raphael. He's just going to stand here. He may be done. Or waiting out the quad. Kind of works. You walk off. All right, there we go.
I would say this game is looking pretty over by now.
I would agree. The quad is not soon enough to help him in his comeback. He's gotten this yellow, but he's not gotten the kill. And with 11 frags to make up, it would take something really unlucky and frankly outright negligent from Lokio to give up the lead he has. Raphael, not even on time for the item, does get a kill somehow out of that, but he's still too early for yellow, and as a result, he's picked off with the rocket. Both of them are.
Paradigm being such a big map, it's really, if you have 2 or 3 minutes to go, you're 10 frags behind. It's easy to say, well, technically it's possible, but
Quad damage in 10 seconds.
on a map this big, it's really easy to just play defensively to try to stay out of the way and really slow down the game.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. And at this point, I would say that is what Lokio will be looking to do. Well, he's actually still running around, maybe feeling so confident in his lead that it really doesn't matter how he plays, and he wants to just cheekily get this yellow armor. He's not going to do it, but it will not be hurting his feelings too much because he's on his way to a back-to-back FFA title victory in SauerDuels number 32.
Yeah, probably carried by his Metal 3 performance.
Really carried by his Metal 3 performance. I mean, Raphael showing some fight on Paradigm. I have to say I was actually pretty impressed with what he did, considering he obviously struggled with the movement. I mean, if you take away those suicides, he's right in that game at different points. So obviously showing that he's not a slouch. I mean, if you look at what Loki was able to do to Frosty there in the last final, it was squashed Frosty like a bug. But Raphael, right in it a lot of the game, just not able to quite put it all together. And
definitely, it could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, he does still need a bit of practice to really put on a dominant performance on Paradigm. And a few key mistakes, like that shotgun he missed on yellow.
Yeah. Well, that was
that
an
was
optimistic shotgun if I'm thinking of the same one as you, but...
Well, the one I'm thinking of, I think Loki was pretty low. He was, standing on yellow, which is a very predictable spot.
I suppose. Yeah, his aim was just a bit nervous in that moment, and he wasn't able to connect any damage. But it really didn't feel like he lost the game on that particular shotgun.
No, of course not. No. It was a lot of things, especially the falling down at the end.
Yeah, he did. A couple of his falls were costly, but not long-lasting in effect. But he did have a fall with control. The area where he tried to attack Lokio on the rocket platform, but putting himself in that narrow bridge, really did not. That was a fall that he walked into through no movement error, but through a tactical error, taking a fight against Splash that was unavoidable where he was standing. But I was impressed, I guess. I was impressed with both how he was able to trap on the map and how he was able to control the map in his stretches where he had that opportunity. So
yeah, he seemed to know his way around. He seemed to know where most of the items are. very least.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other hand, a good old jumping mistake on that bottom platform.
Yes, that was funny in
It's a
retrospect.
sign of an inexperienced paradigm.
Absolutely. He knows. I mean, either he learned it after making the mistake, or he knew, because he did it correctly the second time. I don't know if that was just a forgetting in the moment, which is very easy to do, but
Yeah, and
nonetheless.
to be fair, I think towards the end of that last game, Raphael seemed a little bit frustrated. I think he knew that it was over.
Yeah. I mean,
Probably didn't give it his all anymore.
certainly
Mistake.
understandable. But Raphael, and we're talking entirely about Raphael, even though Loki is the one who won the tournament. Raphael did something very incredible today, which is that, in fact, he is tied 2-2 with Lokio. Or no, he's not. He's not tied. Yeah, no, he's not. He lost 2-1. But he took a game off Lokio, and he took a game off you, is what I was trying to say. So by far Raphael's best FFA performance today, in showing that he will be a force in the mode to come. I mean, he's always been right there. He did a lot of losing to Hanzik by 1 or 2 frags.
Yeah.
And now that obstacle is out of his way.
Time.
You think?
I think I was a little like, let's just say, I think in the past few tournaments, I expected maybe for me personally, for Raphael to be a bit of a challenge, but it just turned out I never even had to play him because he lost to Hansik in the loser bracket.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good point. Yeah, I think it's because they felt that they shared strong maps. Raphael was not maybe willing to push his advantage onto the maps that maybe Hanzik was weaker on, because he still felt somewhat uncomfortable there himself. So they would do a lot of playing Metal 3, which is unquestionably Hanzik's best map that he's been playing for 20 years. Legitimately, Cube won. Sauerbraten debuted in beta or whatever in like 2005, right? So
yeah,
Cube
think, in the Metal 2, Metal 3 have been around
yes,
longer than Sauer itself.
exactly, and that's what I'm saying. And Hanzik was around for Cube 1, so if we say conservatively, sometime in the very early 2000s, it legitimately is coming up on something very near the 20-year mark that Hanzik would have / will have been playing Metal 3. So
decades of experience.
On that map in particular. So Raphael allowing that to come up a lot. And I think they played some Metal 2s as well, which is Hansik's second favorite map, although I don't think he's as formidable there as he is on Metal 3. Certainly very good, but I think there are some more exploitable things about his Metal 2 than there are about his Metal 3.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I remember, not sure when that was, but you made a comment in a tourney. Usually, Hansik is a bit scarier on Metal 3 than Metal 2.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe with Metal 2, he seems to overestimate himself a little.
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, I think with Metal 2, Hanzik, I don't know. I think he just feels like the pace is what he likes, so he always feels like he has a chance, and he maybe doesn't see some of the structural things that consistently go wrong for it against him. Not that I would ever... I don't know. There have been periods in time where I've gone up on Metal 2 against Hanzik thinking, perfect, this is exactly what I wanted. But there have also been periods where it's been terrifying or where I've lost, so I don't mean to detract from his Metal 2 to any kind of scrub level or anything like that.
No, of course not.
I wonder if in any time during the Super Sour League era, I wonder... SWAT Llama's Metal 2 did not impress me very much in the times I've played him on it, although he did beat Lokio and that one SauerDuels tourney he played. I wonder if Hanzik was consistently able to take Metal 2 off him, or if SWAT Llama ever took Metal 2s off Hanzik. And I'm sort of wondering this for myself, because I don't have a good estimation of what SWAT Llama was like in his peak. I wonder how that matchup played out.
No.
It's funny, man. Frozen Rain coming by the other day, like, oh my god, it's like MX Redon. It's like not knowing. Oh, you sweet summer child. Oh, I gotta do the raffle. Shit. Alright, yeah. Alright, let's go to sourraffle.com. Actually, I legitimately don't remember. I guess just random name picker. Random name picker. Lose an edge. Is there a participants list in Discord, perhaps? Read-on's volume could be louder. That would have been good to notice earlier. My stream ads are really annoying. Again, I don't control the stream ads, Frosty. I don't even get money from them. They're totally outside of anything that I can be held responsible for. Let's see if there's a participants list up here. There is. All right. We'll get this all in. Read on, see if you can get some consolation prize here on this raffle. Let's get to my desktop view. Where is that? Browser window? No, not browser window. Main. That's got to be it, right? Yeah, there it is. All right. I've got the random name picker pulled up here, ladies and gentlemen who are still watching. As you can see, there's so few participants this time because you all suck and I also suck that there are actually all fit in this box without any scrolling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 players, as there were. 10 names, and I'm going to pick a random name. I believe I'm only raffling off one Steam gift card. Actually, I'm going to double check Discord to make sure I'm not doing anything stupid because I've got highlights pouring in.
Yeah, is it rigged?
Is it rigged? Yeah, that's the question everyone wants to know.
About to find out.
Oh, Tazy trying to help me out here, not knowing that I, in fact, could help myself for a change. Yeah, well, the last time it was rigged, and the time before that it was rigged, but maybe this time it won't be rigged. Let's see. I am clicking the fateful button. Here it goes. I right-clicked it accidentally. I'm left-clicking it now. And the winner is... It is you. It's rigged. It's fucking rigged. Well, it's a 1 in 10 chance. Even when you lose, you win.
This wasn't part of a deal or something.
Oh man. Well, congratulations, Read on your victory in SauerDuels 32 raffle edition. And yeah, I mean it bears a bookending here with let's look at what Lokio has done as a player here as I adjust the event title quickly. It's been some time now that Lokio has been putting up performances in practice that have not just been victories, they've been dominating victories. They've been situations where it really felt like this guy is a cut above the competition. What has Lokio figured out that has brought him this next level in FFA?
I'm not sure. Perhaps it really just needed a bit of a confidence boost, maybe, to break that curse of always coming close but never quite making it.
Mm-hmm.
I've always felt that Lokio, like I said, underperformed in tournaments. Outside of tournaments, he was always a very scary opponent.
Yeah. Yeah, perhaps that's simple.
I guess he's managed to bring that performance to the tournament.
It would seem so. I mean, certainly we've also seen... I have to pick a second random name because apparently there are 2 gift cards. So here we go without Read-on.
Just to make sure no one...
The winner is Lokio! Lokio! So that's a little more fair. Raphael getting totally screwed over from the podium concept of raffle winning that does not exist. But Lokio has come away with the second victory here. Congratulations again, Lokio. But yeah, I mean, so looking back, I mean, how Lokio, time really flies, man. I mean, I don't even... Was it last summer that I was just coming back into this game, or has it been 2 years now? I can't tell. I'm thinking out loud, but I'm also asking because when did I start playing FFA again? I mean, was that last summer? I'm asking because I'm trying to think like, Lokio went from being totally tilted and somewhat feudal on NMP8, for example, to taking it more maps than not, taking it against you today, frequently taking it 3 maps in a row versus me in practice. I mean, he just certainly we saw in the last spring and winter, we saw Lokio really putting in tons of time just to get the mechanics down. That's when he became fierce on corruption, is during that practice period there, where I think he just brought his aim to a level that he could execute every strategy he ever dreamed of in control. So, I mean, in some ways, I don't think it's that Lokio didn't have tremendous Efic aim before. He had, in fact, won Efic titles, but I think he really found just a confidence in using that aim in specific situations that he didn't have before.
Yeah, and I think it was last spring that you took part in the SauerDuels FFA tourney for the first time.
Yeah, I think so too. So I mean, it's yeah. That's why I'm saying here, like, a little more than a year ago, looking at how the landscape has changed. At that time, I don't know. I want to say I certainly didn't waltz in, but it was a 2-horse race for the longest time there, and the horses outside of the 2-horse race were different names. And we had Hanzik still around. Raphael has been playing FFA for many years now, but he really had not become any kind of relevant force to the top segment, as it were. Frosty had already won a title, but he struggled a lot with different players, and I think he does now. I mean, I think if you put Frosty up against Hanzik 1 today, Frosty would have a much more of an edge than he did back then. So it's just interesting to see what's changed in a year, really, here as we look at just over a year of, well, no, it's been quite a few years of SauerDuels, but just more than a year of FFA really taking off, I think.
Mm. Yeah, I think looking back, I guess the number of participants in FFA always kind of fluctuates.
Yeah.
But first FFA tourneys were actually smaller on average.
Mm-hmm. Certainly.
The last few.
Yeah, this one was a downswing, but Sauer right now isn't a downswing in general, so I don't think that's as much to do with FFA as it has to do with Sauer in general. Just for some reason, not people just aren't playing that much right now. I'm not playing that much right now. It's just sort of on a downswing because these things happen.
I'm not sure what I said, but I was trying to make a positive point because as I'm looking at it here.
Oh, for sure.
The first 3 FFA tournaments all had 6 participants in total.
Mm.
You can say, oh, turnout this time was only 10 players.
Right.
Quite a bit more than first.
No doubt. And I mean, yeah, it's more than, you had more participants back in, say, the 2010s, and you had off and on some participants. Sometimes you would have a notable amount of participants in SWL as well. I mean, a lot of people it's a lot easier to show up for an all-v-all even if you don't think you're going to win. It's less of a commitment. So the definition of participant was maybe a little less rigorous. But it's just, look at where we've come from 2000, the 2010s, 2011 maybe still, where there were so many players who could feasibly come for that title, going into then 2012, 2013, 2014, where it was just me and Hanzik. And then going into the Super Sour League era, you had SWAT Llama rise to the top, and you had Frosty and Lokio learning, but SWAT Llama going undefeated in that era, and Hanzik taking the other titles. You come into this era, and you previously have been undefeated, but in the tournaments you haven't played in. It looks less close on paper than it has been. I mean, in terms of who's actually won titles, but there are definitely more contenders than there have been at any time since, I'd say, 2011.
Yeah, I did play in I think maybe 1 or 2 tourneys in that time between 2015 and 2017.
Yeah, you did. Because you almost beat me in the last impressive Sour League tournament.
Yeah, I think, that was final between you and Hanzik in the end.
Yeah, and the final was much more favorable due to the map system than the semifinal versus you was, because the semifinal versus you was an absolute nightmare. It did come down to my fortunate spawn.
I think that was the time with Phosgene in the map pool as well.
Yes. Well, I'm not sure what the pool even was, but Phosgene was in it. Whatever however that worked, Phosgene was there, and I believe I played it in the final. I think the final was something like Phosgene, Metal 3, NMPA, just like free versus Hanzik. Poor
Yeah,
Hanzik.
the way I remember it in that particular tourney is the pool was it consisted of 9 maps,
Mm.
and they were divided into 3 groups of 3 maps. And then apparently the rule was you pick one set of maps.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, that was weird. But
or maybe you got to pick one map per set or something.
yeah, I don't know. It was something to do with sets, and I got a set with Phosgene and NMPA in it, so it was like really good. But then the tournament before that, Hanzik got a set with Metal 2 and Metal 3 in it, so we kind of traded there. And yeah, I shouldn't say.
Yeah.
Goes to show when I was talking about Metal 2 earlier, I lost Metal 2 to him in that tournament. So obviously, an idea of why he is so confident on that map. But yeah, this is unfortunate that there are not more bodies in the tournament, but this is a watershed moment for FFA. Lokio has now officially arrived. He has taken the last 2 titles. Raphael taking his first silver medal. I think that if when Sauer has its next upswing, we'll be seeing some of the best FFA finals and semifinals that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I think Lokio has come a long way. Worked hard for this, and I think he definitely deserves it.
He really deserves it. He
title.
deserves it so much. I mean, he's put in the hours, he's put in the mental work and the practical work, and he's kept his chin up in the face of severe discouragement and a number of really close results that have just barely flipped on him. So congratulations to Lokio. I think I'm going to go play golf now.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on your raffle win to both of you, and congratulations to the 20. More people are watching the stream now than were watching during the final, which is literally ridiculous. But thanks to people who watched, and I'll see you guys all around.